Hello, Dominga speaking here, the author of the Movie Business game, and today I would like to tell you about my new project, which is somehow related to this game. The hardcore fans probably noticed that last edition of Movie Business, which is 2022, didn't bring too many features to the game. And one of the reasons behind it is that I've just started a new postgraduate studies in data scientist field. So I hadn't too much time to develop new feature for the game. But during the studies, I decided that my thesis will be related to the movie business. I was going to create new interactive web system which will allow to visualize data stored in the MovieStats. Today I will show you what the system allows me to see and analyze and how your statistic in the game may influence future development of the game. The system is called MS Analytics from MovieStats Analytics, and it takes data from MovieStats service. Please note that the data which currently you are seeing is from the May of 2022. So it may be a bit different comparing what you can see in the MovieStats itself. But here I would like you just to show some capabilities of the system and what kind of information I can get outside of MovieStats. So first of all, we've got some domains of the data, which I can analyze. It's players, creators, trophies, and films. Let's start from the players. As you can see, there are 2,400 players registered in the MovieStats. They come from 89 countries and live in over 800 cities. Most of the players come from Poland, which is, I think, quite normal as the game itself has Polish nationality, as me myself. The second one is United States, United Kingdom, Brazil, Germany, Russia, Canada, Indonesia, France, and Spain. Maybe I will use some filters to filter only active players and also remove the Polish players to see it a bit better. We can see on the map how this looks like. Let's reset the filters. As you can see, the game is probably quite popular in Europe and also United States and Brazil. Another interesting fact is the cities where you live. Of course, please note that this information comes from your profile, so it's based on what you wrote in your profile in the game. Not everybody fill the city, as you can see. Most Polish players do not fill this information. And of course, not everybody put the real information there. But let's try to check where players from Poland live. One interesting fact is that because you are typing the name of the city by hand, you can make some mistake or use some common, not official names of the city. Let me show you an example. Warsaw, that's the capital of Poland. In Polish, it's Warszawa. But there's also some short names which is used not officially, like Wawa, and other names which are just typos. Let's check another countries. I think the second was United States. As you can see, the biggest players came from Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago. Let's check also Brazil, where we have São Paulo. Oh, sorry, maybe it will be visible better here. São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Maceió, and Brasilia. And let's check maybe United Kingdom. Here, London, Birmingham, Hartlepool, and Northampton. The last is The next view just shows the players with some basic information about them. And here we've got the contributors. So contributors, let's reset the filter. Contributors, you know that MovieStats contains also database of the creators, and you can contribute by adding new creator if somebody is missing there. In this view, you can see how many players from given country added some contribution to the game, and also how many creators have been added by players from given country. For example, 3 players from Spain added 32 creators, and 1 player from Brazil added 1 creator, and 3 players from Argentina added 130 creators. Here's, of course, Hall of Fame, the players who added the biggest number of creators. The next domain is creators itself. Here, of course, we also can check the nationality of the creators, where they came from, what's the status of creators, and the job of the creators, also the sex and the type of creator. We can see also that there is quite a lot of creators from Canada. There is the biggest number of creators came from United States, and then we've got United Kingdom and Poland. Here we've got the whole list of the creator with possibility to check the IMDb page, and also access to the MovieStats. Next thing is parameters. As you know, the creators, apart from basic parameters, has also parameters which are used to calculate their performance in the movies. There are 6 of such parameters. It's talent, popularity, drama, humor, sex appeal, and action. And here you can check the distribution of the parameters in the population based on the sex. So you can see that in general, men seems to be more talented in the game than the women. And for example, sex appeal of women is bigger than men. Of course, it's a bit misleading because it's good to apply some more filters. For example, we know that sex appeal for director is 0. So if you want to check only actors, we will have such values. This information can be useful to detect if there is some gaps in the consistency of the data, or if some parameters are. As you can see, the sex appeal has tendency to have larger value, and it's related to aging process, which means that creators decrease sex appeal during the game time as they're getting older. In case of talent, it's more balanced, it's more Gaussian chart. And we can see also other parameters, how it looks like. Popularity, drama, humor, and action. The next thing is the information about started and end careers during the game. So here you can check how many creators started or ended careers in the given decade. And here, the same information, but by year. The next information or the next data concerns trophies. As you can see, there is over 150 trophies available in the game with 4 let's say levels from bronze to platinum. And we've got the regular trophy and hidden one. The hidden one trophy means that you do not know the condition which needs to be met to get such kind of trophy. Let's filter for regular trophy just not to make spoilers for you, and see the best players who got the most trophies, taking into consideration the value of the trophy. Here we can check the number of players who got given trophy. And this information which allows me to check if, for example, some trophies are too difficult. For example, nobody gets such trophy. And which of them maybe needs to be adjusted. And finally, list of all trophies. The last part is related to films. The films which you export to the MovieStats after the game. Please remember that this is not all films created by you, only the best and the worst one, because only such one are exported. And here we can check which of the genres are the most popular. As you can see, it's action, comedy, horror, drama, crime, and romance. Featured versus short films, and in which game mode the film has been created. Additionally, we've got the number of the films with given rating. The next view allows us to see a bit more about the genres itself. So again, we've got the total number of films from given genre in the MovieStats, but also they are divided by the rating, so you can see the proportion of the films. As you can see, the drama movies are quite big 5-star movies exported to MovieStats. And we can a bit filter the data to see, for example, 1-star movies only. And so on. The next view allows us to see how many subgenres in given genre has been created. As you know, the game, apart from the genre, has explicitly set subgenre, and the subgenre depends on some properties of the script and some other values, and they allow you to see what exactly movie you created in terms of movie business logic. So, for example, for the horror movie, we've got regular horror, the gore, so very bloody horror, survival horror, psychological one. Here we've got the list of all films with some basic information where you can sort and filter it. Of course, we've got also finance information. And here we can compare max profit, total cost, advert by different criteria, like rating, target, age, sequel, genre, and so on. And second chart is related to return rate, the max return rate, by rating in this case. But we can check it to target, age category, sequel. One more thing which may be interested for you. So some beginner players complains that it's not possible to make film which is more expensive with $100 million, which makes profit, and that's not true, of course. You can check in the MovieStats that the max profit from the movie is almost 500 million. And the median is 37 million. Also, you can check the return rate. Of course, maybe it's better to filter on the featured film, but it doesn't change much. Okay, so let's check on the awards tab, where you can see how many films got a specific award on specific festival, and also how many films got awards in given category. And here we've got the number of awards and categories on festivals. Please note that not all festivals have all categories. So, for example, special effects are only available for Oscars. As you can see, the max awarded film is the film who got 18 awards, and film which had most nomination was 70. Here we can also check how many awards has been granted, but as you can see, there's a lot of films who get more than 10 awards. The next point, the next view is box office. It's just films with the biggest profit, so you can see how much you can earn the movie. So, yeah, there's a lot of films whose profit was more than $400 million, and they returned pretty well. And the last view is related to the cast, the number of cast, and how it's influenced the awards, nomination, and berries, and also how a number of cast is related to the rating of the film or target. So that's all what I wanted to show you today. Give me a sign if you found this interesting and you would like to see more videos of such kind. And maybe you've got some specific statistic which you are interested in. So maybe I can prepare some kind of view on such statistic and present it to you. And additionally, give me a sign if you are interested to see comparison between two editions, because similar exercise, it was created for edition 2020 of MovieStats, where I used a bit different tools to visualize similar information, so we can compare how changes in the algorithm affect the specific areas of the game. Okay, so thank you very much, and hear you. Bye.